Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so today we're going to be doing a video on should you summon for the new SAJIN, TOSHIRO, and SOIFON. Seeing a lot of hate for the banner, fair enough, you know, not the most hype selection, but in terms of their kits, I think they all have good use. SAJIN, unfortunately, he's not the counter to Orihime. I think that's what a lot of people wanted, but I think he's going to be a very exceptional character. Maybe we'll end up getting the counter for Orihime at the end of the year. I think that's what a lot of people are looking for at the moment. But he's going to be a very good character, countering characters like Meninas, because, you know, she's a booster. He's also a mind character, and he disables mind and heart attributes boosters and debuffs. Also, Yuha and Yama going to be a very good character against that, but I'd imagine Orihime is still going to do quite well. And then Toshiro is looking to be the best ranged Sturmritter killer, I believe is killer. He's going to be a very, very good character, very great heart character. I can't remember his exact killers. And then SOIFON looks like she's going to be a very good human killer in GQ. My biggest gripe with her is just not having guard break, but maybe just because of her raw damage, it won't matter. We'll have to wait and see. I'm really hoping that she can still absolutely obliterate, even off killer, and then the guard break doesn't matter. That's what I'm hoping for, and we'll have to see. And if that is the case, then who cares if she doesn't have guard break? But if she can't, like, one-shot enemies without having to reliably proc status summons, then I'm not going to be the biggest fan of it. But we'll have to wait and see. Because I don't want to have to specifically wait for human GQ, where she has the increased status summon chance, or human IT. That would be quite annoying, only being able to use them in one IT, so we'll have to see. But it's from the 31st to the 15th, so I don't know if we'll be able to see mid-month by then. The mid-month banner format and timing of the month is a bit weird. Not really sure if they're going to go where it's the 19th nowadays or whatnot. We'll have to wait to see how long the Plun event is around for. But yeah, it's a 50-step banner. You can get 2 pities, one at 25 and one at step 50. And then as for Toshiro, he is a ranged Sturmritter and no affiliation killer. That's what it was. I couldn't remember. But yeah, 2 killers. The first 2-character killer of the anniversary, which is kind of crazy. He has the soul trait of strong attack damage minus 20% and strong attack recharge minus 12%. He also has an EX trap move, which inflicts freeze on enemies with a wide range of the character and has constant like damaging, which is really, really good. Really cool as well. Has a cooldown of 60 seconds, which cannot be decreased with like links or anything like that. And then he has innate skills of Sprinter +1, Havoc of 20, and Sharpshooter. The attainable skills of Berserker of 50%. Devastation plus 50%, Debilitator of 5 seconds, damage to frozen enemies plus 100%, weakened defense, complete status immunity, so you know you can't get frozen or anything, Frenzy plus 2, Bombardment, and then on top of that he also has the Team Party Heart attribute Soul Reaper damage, 2 status summon affected enemies plus 40%, so any Soul Reaper Heart character is going to be getting a huge boost if you just put him on the side, kind of like 7th Anniversary Ichigo and the Mine Shuhei, for example, or Daouzin Bubble Yaturu and Akon. To that extent, Akon has more of a buff. He has 2 buffs for her, but it's like that same ordeal. And then he also has increased status summon chance against Quincy's and no affiliation. That is good. That is amazing. I love that. That's what every character that has like 2 killers should have. Because you can increase it against 2 guild quests now. It's not just 1. So I wonder how he'll do in melee weeks of these affiliations. Kind of curious. He has long strike built in as well, and then an SP boost of 80%. So he's shaping up to be either the best or second best heart character in the entire game. Tsushima Ichigo might just still be better just because of his strong attack kit. But like the extra damage to status summon affected enemies is going to be absolutely insane. Because 100% here, an extra 40% here, and then he has weakening and freeze, I believe. It's only freeze. Okay, I thought it was weakening and freeze. My bad. But still, freeze, very good. Keeps them in place, which is pretty nice. That way it's not just like burn or lash right or something. If they're frozen, it could be way easier to hit them. But yeah. I like it. He's going to be really, really good. Really, really solid. His strong attack kit is also really good as well. It's like a 3K link beam, a suction vortex in front of you for the SA2 with a bit of width, to my knowledge. And then he has a SA3, and then he also has a trap EX skill. So he's going to be absolutely ludicrous when he drops, this is my main character that I'm going to be going for, by the way, in terms of like the actual characters. And then for SAJIN, I'm not going to lie, I have no hype for him. He's a Brave Battle character. I'm going to be dropping my thoughts on the banner later on today. I'm not going to say any more about it, but he's a Brave Battle character. He has a Sturmritter killer and Captain killer, which is very good. Those are the 2 meta characters at the time. Besides Orihime, Captains are quite rambunctious. And then Sturmritters That's mainly just pointing towards Meninas and potentially future-proofing him for when we get more Sturm Raiders in the game, such as maybe Gerard or maybe James the Maskman. I've seen those two people have been saying that those might be Brave Battle characters, so who knows. He has the soul trait of damage taken minus 21%, innate skills of Sprinter plus 1, paralysis duration minus 100%, and Marauder. He has the attainable skills of long reach plus 20%. The first base flurry plus 3 character, I know is technically like, I believe it was Sajin. Funny enough, it was the Brave Battle's Safui Sajin who had flurry plus 3, but I think it was only for 10 seconds. But this is just flat out flurry plus 3. He has poise, pierce barrier, Brave Battles only prevent last survival, and then at half stamina, increase normal attack damage plus 60%. I think that's more. I think it used to be 50. Maybe I'm thinking the half stamina only decreased damage, but he has Brave Battles only. This is a new skill. He blocks heart and mind attributes boosts and debuffs, which are going to be quite interesting to see how that goes. That's going to be absolutely toxic. And then he has the Brave Battle temporary invincibility, ignore Brave Battle invincibility, half stamina only, decreased damage taken minus 50%, and Brave Battles only persistence. So he's going to be absolutely insane. And then he is a melee, by the way. He has the SA2 as the Vortex on self. The other strong attacks don't really matter. I think they're just like attacks in front of him, like a beam, and then like a full screen in front of him, I believe is all it is. But yeah, he's going to be a very, very good character. People are speculating. He might be top 2 in the game, right behind Orihime. Maybe Meninas will be better, not too sure, because she has killer against him as well. So it's iffy. I'm not sure who would actually end up being better, but it's going to be very close. Top 3 is definitely going to be Orihime, Meninas, and Sajin. So that's going to be a very insane team. You will need a booster, though. So, you know, you're going to need like 1000 Brother Chad, or I guess Yuha, or something along those lines. But yeah, very, very good character. Not much to say. He's a Brave Battle character. And on to SOIFON. I really like her. She looks very, very fun. I'm just really annoyed that she didn't get guard break, but I'm, yet again, as I said earlier, I'm praying that it just doesn't matter. You know, I'm praying that either we get a thing down the line, like they introduced that skill tree thing a few months down the line, maybe that will allow us to give her guard break, or I'm praying that she just does so much raw damage in IT that it just doesn't matter. That's like my copium right now, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, her attack type is a melee strong attack type. She has paralysis and weakening, and then her SA2 is a boost, but her EX ability does have status summons, so that kind of makes up for it. And then this is good. I didn't realize this either until I watched Aaron Arrow's video talking about the 2 banners. But on her 60 enemy defeated bonus, it's a new skill where the entire team party gets 20% strong attack recharge. Not just like an attribute, it's the entire team. So like if you have Yuha or Yachiru, stuff like that, completely different attributes, but they all get the recharge at 60 kills, which is going to be insane. And I guess only a Limber Breaker realistically makes sense, or I guess IT as well. You probably can get that pretty darn fast, so we'll have to see how that's going to go. But yeah, that's why it's 60 kills and not like 20 kills or something like that. Like I believe another character has recharge at 20 kills or something. I can't remember who. I could be wrong. But yeah, and then she also has the innate skill of full stamina only, reduced strong attack cooldown minus 6%. So she's going to be getting her recharge back insanely fast. I doubt it, but I think it'd be kind of funny if the Rukia recharge could stack with this. I doubt it because it's like the exact same name, but just saying, I think that'd be funny. Now, going to her actual kit, she is only 1 killer, but it's Human Killer Plus, which I believe Human Killer is a ×3 damage output, so it's probably going to be needed if we ever get that insane Nightmare, which I think people are saying is probably going to happen if we get the Nightmare Plus, where they have like 400 million HP, like with Kenny and Gremmy. Her EX moves, it's like a flash step that goes across the entire map and does damage, which is pretty cool. It also, I want to say it would basically guarantee a paralysis, which would be pretty nice, but we'll have to wait and see. The soul tier is strong attack recharge time minus 14%. Innate skills is Sprinter plus 2, long stride, full stamina only, reduced strong attack cooldown minus 6%, so she's going to be very fast, very efficient, very, very good character. Enemy defeated bonus, team party recovers 20% stamina, so that's going to be very good in Limit Breaker, because I always get hit, definitely going to need that. Defeated at 20 enemies. At 40 enemies, you're going to get an extra 30% full stamina damage. And then at defeat 60, you get a team party, strong attack recharge, minus 20%, no matter the attribute, which is going to be insane. Attainable skills, Havoc plus 20%, Frenzy plus 2, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, Enhancer and Booster. I wish they would just combine these skills at this point for newer characters. She has the SP boost of 80%, Berserker plus 60, Devastation at 60%, increased status summon chance against humans, so she's probably always going to be proccing status summons. Paralysis duration minus 100%, and then an extra full stam at 20%. And you know what's annoying? There's this extra little skill right here. They could have just slid in guard break, you know, just because it's a fairly, like, quality of life, you know, like, skill. Because, like, look at Toshiro. He has all of his skills. Why not just, like, slide in and slide in Marauder or guard break or something, you know? It's just weird that they didn't, you know, like, they easily could. They could just add it in, but they just chose not to. It's not like she had so many damaging skills that they couldn't add it in. They just chose not to, which is kind of annoying. But she's going to be a very, very good character. We'll have to wait and see. Hoping that she still does insane damage without it. As for the banner, I don't think it's terrible, but I do think it's worse than Part 1 overall. Obviously, you have better characters than what Part 1 could offer in terms of filler. Like with Yachiru, Yama, and realistically, I think that's about it. Chojo is a good drop-a character, I won't lie. He's the only character on the banner I don't have. Uryu, I'm not a big fan of. I don't like his kit at all. He's not bad. I just generally don't like his kit. I've tried him. Not a big fan. Yuha is iffy. I don't know how badly he's going to get countered by Sajin, or who knows. Maybe he'll still survive this test of time, because we thought he would be absolutely obliterated when Yamamoto dropped, and he's still on the face of the earth. So who knows. And then Askin, Oetsu, Ichibe, and Yachiru are just cool characters that, you know, are just incredibly outdated. I think they're good links. I think the Ichibe link is good and the Yachiru link is good, but the other two are just kind of whatever. They're just resurrection orbs at the end of the day, which is unfortunate. I definitely think they should have added in either the Thousand Blower Aizen or Yamamoto or something just to spice it up even more, but it is what it is. You have Thousand Blower Yachiru on here, which is insane. Maybe next in a month we'll have Kilgate, Bambietta, and Eburn on it, which would be very, very good, because my Kilgate is only 1-5, so I would definitely need that. But yeah, and then obviously Pity is at 25 steps and 50. Every 5 steps is a guaranteed 5-star. One of the featured characters, like up here. Yeah, I don't believe there's the 1% draw rate. Yeah, you can't get any of the random 5-stars from like 2015. It's a 6% draw rate all the way down from these 12 characters. So yeah. I don't know if I like this format more, because at the guaranteed 5-step, you have a less chance of pulling the new characters, but you also can't pull some random 2015 character on summons, you know, from the 1.5% draw rate. It's a hit or miss. I really wish they could have taken these 3 characters out and up the rates for the actual characters from being pulled to 6%, you know, but it is what it is. But yeah. In my opinion, I think it's definitely worth summoning for. It's obviously up to you. Oh my days, it's already been a 12-minute video and I've only talked about the characters. How is that possible? My bad. I'm going to speed this up. I think it's worth summoning. How deep? That's up to you. I realistically only want to go 10 steps. Definitely not because I summoned on part 1 to try to get more dupes for Kenny and Grammy. But I think they're all good. They're all good. SOIFON's going to be an amazing human killer. Toshiro's going to be an absolutely insane character, one of the best in the game. SAJIN's going to be one of the best Brave Battle characters. I would say summon. 25 steps worthy? I don't know. That's kind of up to you. I think part 3, potentially part 3, or end of month August, whatever you want to call it, might end up being better. Who knows? That's just my take on it. Now let's go over the other characters. Yachiru, one of the best speed characters in the entire game. With this new recent Nightmare plus GQ, I'm actually thinking she's number 2. I did a video saying she was better, but I'm probably wrong now because of the Nightmare plus GQ. But she's absolutely insane. Insane damage. She has a strong tag damage plus 20%, strong tag recharge time minus 12%. She has Rampage, one of the best abilities in the entire game. SP boost of 80%, Long Stride, Frenzy plus 2, Havoc plus 20%, Devastation of 40, Debilitator plus 5, Damage inflicted at full stand plus 20%, and complete status immunity. It's crazy how little damage multiplier she has, but she's just still an absolutely insane character. And she has instant kill on her soul bomb. Like, the Rampage and SP boost are just, they're carrying so much. They're just absolutely insane skills. Yeah, absolutely phenomenal character. If you pull her, I understand. Yeah, like, if you only go in for her, fair enough. She's one of the, I think she's the funnest speed character in the entire game. Kenny's just, he hits harder. As for Yamamoto, he's a Brave Battle character, but if you do get him, I still think he'll be fine. You can choose who you fight in Brave Battles. Just don't fight Sajin. Or who knows, maybe he doesn't even need the debuff to be that good. But he has, you know, he has everything. Flurry +3 for the first 10 seconds. Increased normal attack damage when an enemy or ally is KO'd +20%. Prevent lasting survival. Decreased damage taken -50%. Half stamina only. Raid battle. Temporary invincibility. He's basically just only missing persistence. That's literally about it. But other than that, he's an absolutely phenomenal character. Very, very good. It's just that Orihime, Meninas, and Sajin are probably going to absolutely cook him alive. Like, Meninas already does. Orihime already does, and it looks like Sajin is going to be another nail in the coffin for this guy. But he's still a very, very good character to pull. JoJo, he's basically just a +5 potion and a very good droplet farmer. Very good droplet farmer. I highly recommend, if you don't have Kenny or Gremmy or Mugetsu, farming the anniversary call-up event with this guy. I really was hoping we get a potion character for part 2, but it looks like we're not, so I'm very disappointed. But this guy would probably be the best. He's a 25% bonus, so you probably shouldn't be getting kicked from lobbies, but who knows, people are stingy. You're going to be getting guaranteed droplets, which is absolutely insane, and guaranteed +5 potions, and then you can bring an extra potions from your links or droplets or whatever you want to do. I recommend potions, so you get a flat +5 drop. But yeah, it's a very, very good character in terms of like the anniversary co-op farming, stuff like that. But as an actual character, he's okay. Basically, the only reason you would bring him is because of these two skills: technique, attribute, character, special move damage +30%, and then the soul rate per damage to status summon affected enemies +40%. That's realistically about it. He's okay. Oreo, just not a big fan of. He does have good drops, though. 30% drop was, +5 potions, and +5 super pots, but he only has Pierce Iron Skin. I was always wondering why he didn't. I didn't feel like he was doing that much damage, and that's because he just doesn't have an extra 100% damage to enemies not afflicted by the status element. He even has 6% Berserker, but he still just feels so lackluster, plus 20% more full stamina. It just doesn't feel that great, which is super weird, but yeah, it's literally just because he doesn't have 100% more damage to non-status element affected enemies. If he had that, I think he'd be very, very good, except his strong attacks are a bit slow, but other than that, he's fine. He's fine if you pull him, and he's new, he's a good farmer. Yuha, brave battle character, basically like Yama, but just a year younger. Or, yeah, you're older. You're older. Flurry 2, you know, ignore brave battle invincibility. He actually doesn't have invincibility. That's the thing. I forgot. Yuha never had invincibility, but he's still an absolutely insane character. It's crazy. He has a booster and enhancer, so he's like one of the best boosters in the game. But now with Sajin, probably not. Really curious if he's gonna somehow still survive. Who knows? He might, just because he's Yuha, and people still absolutely love this character. A lot of people probably have him 5/5 as well. But yeah, he's still good. Just don't fight a Sajin, to be honest. Askin, he has no use in the entire game, besides being a side booster for any technique attribute Quincy in Guild Quest. He has a debuff mechanic as well, which is okay, I guess. He's a decent side in Squad 0 I've seen people use him. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. And I think aside for Gremmy, I think I've seen people use Gremmy and him, but yeah, that's pretty much all he is. Really outdated Brave Battle character. Owetsu, they made him into a side GQ character in Melee Star Reaper, but I don't think he's going to be that great, even at Max Transcended. I don't know how well he will do, because I just think there are better characters. He might be fine. He does have Enhancer, but he doesn't have the booster skill, so it's like, whatever. I don't even know if he's immune to that status element. I swear it's like weakening on the floor, but I could be wrong. He's fine. He's a decent NAD character, but his link is garbage, so it's not even a good link, which sucks. Ichibei is just a good Brave Battle link. Before Orihime dropped, he was actually pretty fun to use, but since Orihime dropped, it's not that fun. He just can't do anything against enemies with persistence. As soon as persistence drops, this guy gets absolutely folded, even at Max Transcendence. He's just a cool character to have. Same thing for Yachiro. Extremely outdated, just a cool looking character. I think I prefer this art over the newer one, to be honest. But either way, insane character in terms of like the art, but just a very outdated one. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below. Are you guys gonna be summoning? I'm gonna be going 10 steps. Let me know down below how deep you're gonna go. Take care, peace out, and have an absolutely amazing day.